Hello and welcome to Mr. A's Maths Today. Here's today's question. When you're ready, pause the video and give it a go. So this is today's question. Again, foundation and higher, but again towards the back of the foundation paper. There's quite a bit of work involved because it's a 7 marker. So buckle yourselves in. And you may not use a calculator. This was on a non-calculator paper. Let's see what it says. The perimeter of the trapezium is 56. So we need to know what this word means. It means the distance all the way round was 56 or is 56. The ratio of the ratio of AD, length AD, to AB, to DC, to BC, this means 2, AD to AB, to DC, to BC, equals 5 to 12 to 6 to 5. For every 5 units of AD, AB would have 12 units. For every 12 units of AB, DC would have 6 units, and so on. That's what that means. Calculate the area of the trapezium. We call these parts in maths. It's split into the parts 5 to 12 to 6 to 5. So these 5 parts and these 12 parts and these 6 parts and these 5 parts must sum to 56. They must add up to 56. So what is 5 parts, add 12 parts, add 6 parts, add 5 parts? I've got 28 parts in total. And these 28 parts make up this 56. So 56 divided by these 28 parts will tell me what each part is equal to. This means each part is equal to 2. Each of these parts is equal to 2. So A to D, 5. 5 times 2 is 10. That length has to be 10 centimetres. We will check this in a second. AB, which is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. DC is the third part, is 6. 6 times 2 DC is 6 times 2 is 12. C to B or B to C are 5 of these 2 parts, which is 10. Let's just do a quick check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 54, 55, 56. So I'm almost sure that this bit is correct. I've calculated each length. It doesn't want the length, it wants the area. I should have explained at the beginning why I've gone for the lengths. I've used this information to find the lengths because to find the area of a trapezium, there's a little rule. The area of a trapezium is half times the sum of the parallel sides times the height between them. That formula is not particularly helpful because we've got some A's and B's, and I think it can be a little bit confusing. So if you've watched some of my previous videos, you may know that I quite like some songs, and I've got a song for this. It's half the sum of the parallel sides times the height between them. That is how to calculate the area of a trapezium. Or half the sum of the parallel sides times the height between them. That is how to calculate the area of a trapezium. Half the sum of the parallel sides times the height between them. That is how to calculate the area of a trapezium. If you've been in any of my maths lessons, you'll know that I quite like songs to help me remember things. Okay, so this is okay. I know my parallel sides. This is the mathematical sign for parallel. The opposite ones are the parallel sides. So I can do the first bit. Half the sum of the parallel sides, sum means add, times the height between them. I don't know the height. I need to try and work out this height. It's the perpendicular height that I want. Don't be tempted into one of these 10s. If you remember last video, if you buy a Christmas tree and you ask for a 6 foot, you want the 6 foot to be that way. You don't want it to be that way. The 6 foot is that way. And it's the same in this formula. It's the perpendicular height. It's the height straight up made between your parallel lines. So this 10 won't really do. I need this height, and it's going to be different to this 10. How can I work out this height? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, I've got a couple of right angle triangles there. Could I use those to find this height? If I know this is 12 and this is 24, well, this bit has to be 12, but that bit and that bit has to be what remains out of the 24. So this bit and this bit have to be 12 together. Well, the 12 together, and I split them in 2, they've got to be 6 and 6. If that's 12, but the whole thing needs to be 24. 12 add 6 will give me that 24. Why do you think I'm doing this? Well, I'm doing this to try and work out this height. I know, so if you've watched my Pythagoras video or one of the previous ones, you'll know in any right angle triangle, as soon as I know two sides, I can work out the third side. So I've got a right angle triangle, need to work out the height. Going to use Pythagoras, I'll call this A, call this B, call this C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Doesn't matter what letters you use as long as you say this one squared and that one squared, sum to that one squared. A squared, I don't know, plus 36 equals 100. I've just squared them as soon as I put them in. A squared equals 100, subtract 36, which equals 64. Remember, that's my A squared. My A squared equals 64. A is equal to the square root of 64. Just do the opposite thing. Plus or minus the square root, but I'm obviously going to take the plus. My A has to be equal to 8. Figures are quite nice. It's a non-calculated question, but the figures are quite nice. It says calculate the area of the trapezium. Notice I did label all my sides. That's likely to get you a mark in the exam, so please, please, please label any diagrams. Calculate the area of the trapezium. I've got half the sum of the parallel sides. Half the sum of the parallel sides. I wrote multiply there. That's wrong. Half the sum of the parallel sides times the height between them times 8. 12 add 24, 20, 30, 34, 36. Need to half that. Half of 36 is 18. I'm going to multiply that by 8. Might have to do a quick multiplication up here. 8 8 is 64. 8 times 1 is 8. 9, 10, 14 is 144. So the area of my trapezium is 144. Are we given units in this question? We are given units. 144 centimetres. Because it's an area, we need to square those. My answer is 144 centimetres squared. Again, there's quite a bit of working out in this question. In your exam, you'll be given this on a sheet of A4. It'll be at the top. You will have plenty of room to put everything in order. Try not to do what I've done. Try not to write everything all over the place. Try not to make a mistake. If you do make a mistake, cross it out. Do not leave your mistakes in. They might try and go from that working. So yeah, 144 centimetres squared. I hope you got that one. I hope that makes sense. Here's today's challenge question. Give it a go. Pop your answer in the comments below. See if people agree with you. Question a day keeps those bad grades at bay. Bye for now.